Welcome back. I'm delighted to be with you again this week. And last week we ended with an invitation to reflect on where you are in relationship to what we talked about last week in terms of Jesus' experience of abandonment and betrayal. And I want to share with you some of my reflections, and I'm hoping that you had a chance to have some reflection time yourself. I always find driving the car is a good time if I'm by myself in the car, or if I'm taking a shower, or no, not if, but when I'm taking a shower is a good chance to reflect. So some of the things that I thought of around the story, what do we know about God in this story? We learn that God, in the person of Jesus, experienced emotional pain, because abandonment and betrayal are emotional experiences for any of us. And so when Jesus looked at Peter after he had been scourged and crowned with thorns, the way he looked at Peter was so sad that he went out and wept. Now think about that. A look from someone you've traveled with and believed in and supported looks at you with a broken heart. So sad Jesus was, so hurt. And Peter went out in deep grief and cried. God felt emotional pain. God is capable, through Jesus, of suffering emotionally. As far as his time in the garden, Jesus was betrayed by his friends. He was left alone in the garden at probably one of his most darkest times. And when Jesus came back from praying, Jesus was hurting, emotionally hurting. So God knows our emotional pain. God knows what we feel from his own experience of feeling this. So when we wonder, where is God when I'm suffering emotional pain? God is right there with you, with me, with all of us. I would wager that God too weeps as he sees us suffering. And who are we? Are we invited to be in this? We are invited to be people who trust that God is truly with us and that God understands. God understands our suffering like no one else can. God has been there, and God walks with us. And so in this process, we are never abandoned and we are never betrayed.